Honorable Carlo Apiado, Honorable Arjan K. Palyasigi, Honorable Moises Dular, Honorable Ryan Dumaran, Honorable Darlene Lama, Honorable Maria Jenaline Mejia, Honorable Maribelight Cartujano Garingo, Honorable Marvin Dalanon, Honorable Joffer Durana, Honorable Weljon Poscablo. So, Your Honor, there are at this moment there are 5 members. 6 members are present, Your Honor.
Okay, so quorum now is declared. So let's proceed with the next order of business.
So, we are now on the reading and consideration of the minutes of the previous session. The minutes as of November 25, 2024.
November 25, 2024.
Mr. Presiding Officer,
Honorable Apiado.
I move for the adoption of our minutes dated November 25, 2024.
Okay, so the minutes of our regular session held on November 25, 2024 is hereby adopted.
So, Your Honor, we are now on the privileged hour.
Okay, so a member would like to render a privilege speech.
Mr. Chair,
Honorable the Engineer Dalanon is recognized.
good morning, Mr. Chair, and thank you. Also to the Sangguniang Bayan of ISULAN, good morning. My privilege speech is about the ongoing construction of the Lasedico Road. During our committee hearing for that project, allowing the additional of 18 meters length before we approve the said request of the LCE. We have agreed that the municipal engineer will and the contractor shall have an as-stake survey to determine the actual and the final volumes of the earthworks in that said project. And for this, I would like to recommend that the committee will again request the municipal engineer to present the as-stake survey plan and volumes. Thank you. Or quantities of that project. Thank you very much.
Engineer Honorable Marvin, will you please state again what is that survey? Ano tong survey na mention mo? At stake
As stake survey.
as stake
Oo,
survey.
ang meaning sang as stake, during the implementation, mag-stake out man bag-o, mag-staking, and they will check the elevation if the original plan will still suit with the new elevation during the implementation period. Because sometimes there is difference or there is problem in the survey of the program or the program of works. That's why it will be needed to make an as stake survey for the new quantities or the final quantities before the construction begin.
Is it not that that a stake survey should be made before, shall we say, before the bidding, before the project will be processed?
No, the stake survey is before the construction of the project itself. As does stake. It is not the survey for program of works is different from the as stake survey.
Okay, so there's a survey before
Yes,
and
the survey before the implementation.
before the implementation, and there is a survey before the actual
Implementation.
Implementation. Okay.
Because sometimes there are problems on the survey before, and there is a difference because of the new structures being implemented before the implementation of that project. Shall we say, for example, there is a new road that was implemented that is not in conformance with the elevation of the Lasedeco Road. That's why they will need to survey or a stake survey to determine the exact quantities of the new elevation.
Okay. So your request, Honorable Dalanon, is to call the presence of our municipal engineer or for you to conduct the proper committee
meeting,
on the
because
matter.
it is agreed during the committee meeting before we approve the Lasedeco Road construction at 918 meters.
Okay. So you mentioned that it was agreed before a committee meeting or hearing. Did your committee made a report on that?
The report is already done, but I don't know if it is really added in the report itself. But during our committee hearing, it was agreed that they will make the stake survey.
Okay. The subject of the committee hearing is the... What is the subject of your committee hearing?
Lasedeco
that
Phase
time?
1, because they are asking for the authority to, I think, authority to bid. No, they, not reduce, add. No.
Okay, okay. Because
Maybe-
this project, Engineer or Honorable Marvin, is that we had a committee report at the time
Yes, Mr.
that
Chair.
the length of the project, Lasedeco
Phase
Road Phase 1 is
900 meters.
hindi 1,000.
No, 1.3.
1.3 kilometers in the
No, no.
committee report. But when the project was proposed to be
Bid out.
bid
Yes.
out,
They
it became 900
900 meters.
meters. That's why your committee conducted, shall we say, or look into that matter to determine what happened, why from 1,300 it was reduced to
900 meters.
900
Right, Mr. Chair.
meters. And during the committee hearing, there was that agreement.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so we will know if the agreement was complied.
And even there is no if there and even there is no such agreement, the project really must require this as stake survey. That is the requirement before any project will start.
Okay lang. Recess for 5 minutes. Okay, so Honorable Dalanon, we will include that in the first reading so that that matter can be referred to your committee. As take survey
Yes,
of
Mr. Chair.
Lasideco Road
Phase one.
project phase 1. Okay. Okay, so any more
Mr. Chair,
matter? Yes, Honorable
Uh,
Moises Dolar.
it's all about the, good morning to you and everyone. It's all about the matter is on the memorandum of agreement between the local chief executive and the Medallia Drug Testing Center. So last time, it was already, as long as I can remember, it was already done in our second reading. So what we are looking is the contract between the Medallia and the MUA, between the local chief executive represented by our mayor, LGU, and Medallia Drug Testing Center. So this morning we have Ma'am Marisa to elaborate and explain to us about the memorandum of agreement between the Medallia Drug Testing and the LGU, represented by our LCE. So
Okay. So
Well,
you
morning,
want
sir.
to the body to hear the explanation
yes,
of Ma'am
Mr.
Marisa?
Chair, so
Sige.
that we can make
If there's no objection, rules are suspended. Okay, so Ma'am Riz, paki-explain ng MOA with
Okay, good
Medallia.
morning everyone sa mga honorables, no, and of course our Vice Mayor. So September pa ni siyang MOA requesting na magpirma si Mayor and the Medallia. So gi-require ako for may mga PR na ano ko na siya, sir, na comply. Ang drug
PR?
testing na, may notice of award na sa ano,
Sa Medallia?
sa server, sa supplier.
Sa supplier.
Yes.
So ang supplier ta is
Medallia,
Medallia.
drug testing.
That's why we need a MOA with them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sige.
So, ang drug testing naton, supposedly, sang September pa nino. So, ginadalian ta kay, nakaschedule man sila with other municipalities na and province. So, gamay na lang inang panahon nga makakuha ta sa month of December. So, hopefully, maano na ni siya, na materialize. Ang, may, ano kita, ordinance on the drug test, drug-free workplace ordinance. So, tanan nga empleyado, dapat drug test as a requirement para ano kita, tawag sa ni?
Ma-declare nga drug free.
Ma-declare nga drug-free workplace ang
Workplace,
aton local government.
Okay.
So, naistoryahan na ni before na this is random drug testing
Okay,
unannounced. So, ang schedule pwede nga sa flag ceremony.
Okay.
Depende kung available man ang drug testing center.
Okay.
So, I hope maano na ni siya.
Okay. So the fees for the drug test will be shouldered by the LGU.
Yes, sir. Sa MPOC siya nakuha.
So do may
Isa man isa sa ginapangita, sir,
appropriation
sa SGLG ba?
Okay.
No, isa sa aton nga drug
sa,
program activity,
maging drug free. Okay, okay.
workplace.
So okay, okay. So any question to Ma'am Risa? Honorable Apiado.
Mr. Chair, thank you. It was already discussed during our previous sessions as regard the MOA to be entered into by the Medallia and LGU ISULAN. And it was our budget officer who asked for a copy of the award or contract duly entered into by or awarded by LGU ISULAN. May we ask for a copy of the award?
Yes, sir.
Ay,
Yara, may dala ako sa inyo.
Since drug testing services offered by Medallia is in a form of services, and it's not only Medallia who is the sole provider of such service.
The award. Can you please flash on the screen the award? Ma'am Risa, nga need pa ang SB resolution sa MOA? DOA's requirement. Kay usually mga contracts naton, especially kung naka-appropriate ng pondo, ginbid naton, tapos na-award, usually may contract na. Huwag naman resolution mga project, ano ba, mga infrastructure projects naton. Pag award na sa contractor, may agreement kina contract. Huwag naman nga mabalik pa di sa aton, requesting for resolution. Why naman nagabalik di sa aton?
Ang medalya, sir, nag-require sini kay ipadala pa nila sa Department of Health.
Daw ba si DOH nga
Opo, sir,
special
DOH
requirement
nga
ni?
requirements.
Oo. Ay siguro basi tanaw nila nga ton MOA. Okay, usually mga services naton pag approve naton why na nagabalik diri yang authorizing di ano naman will give authority to the ano. Oo. Okay. So Ma'am Riz, you have shown the award to Honorable Apiado. Daw, ano man, i-flash to sa screen or...
Mr. Chair, the time that
Okay.
Ma'am Riza and the Committee on Health requested for the signing and granting of MOA, authorizing for MOA, wala pa sang award. That's why the committee and the Sanggunian asked for as mentioned by Ma'am Riza, September sila nag-request sa Sanggunian and the award reflects October 9 siya na award.
October 9. Okay. Gani. Pero timely lang, kasi October 9 lang man award niya. Are. $185,000 total. So possibly, thank you. 185 total ni siya. Pilang per test? 300 pesos for 600 employees. 6 times 3, 18. That's why 100. Okay. From the region.
Mr. Chair, I move that this matter will be to be discussed in second reading.
Okay.
Decision.
During second reading.
Decision.
Okay. So, no more question to Ma'am Risa. On how the drug testing will be conducted, although ang pinaka-design ta is random, so depende na, no? Meaning random, meaning unannounced ang schedule sang pag-test. Okay, there are no more questions to Madam Risa Alpa, so rules are restored. Okay, and there is a...
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Madam Risa. And there is a motion from Honorable Dular that this measure be included in the item, one of the items on first reading this session. So the same is...
Second na, Vice.
Second reading this session. So the same is granted, approved.
Mayara pa, privilege of... Request mo sa municipal engineer? Requesting pa yan?
Okay, so any more member would like to render a privilege speech? If there is none, then let's proceed, Madam Sen.
So we are now on the first reading. The first item is resolution number 2024-48 of Barangay Calawag 2. This is requesting for a permit for the desilting of Ala River using cut and suction dredging or dredging machines to protect the dike, ensure the safe flow of water, and safeguard the residents and their livelihood.
Mr. Chair, clarification, not Calawag 2, Calawag 3.
Kalawag, that's why.
Kalawag
Kalawag 3. No? And
May Calawag
then,
3.
anong resolution nila? Resolution...
Requesting a permit for the desilting of Ala River using cut and suction dredging machines to protect the dike, ensure the safe flow of water, and safeguard the residents of their livelihood.
So, if this is a request for a permit, so we'll endorse this to the local chief executive.
Then item number 2, the supplemental budget number 2 for calendar year 2024 of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Calawag 2. 2024?
Okay, so refer this to the Committee on Finance.
Then item number 3, this is the proposed resolution request, or the proposed, this is as regards the privileged speech of Honorable Dalanon in connection with the urgency for the conduct of a stake survey at the Lasideco Road Phase 1.
Okay, so refer this to the Committee on Zoning and Infrastructure.
So we have no more items under first reading, Your Honor. We'll proceed now to the committee reports. First committee to report is the Committee on Finance, Budget Appropriations, and Ways and Means.
Okay,
Mr.
so
Chair.
the chairman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The subject of the report is the committee report of the Committee on Finance, Budget Appropriations and Ways and Means. Committee report number 2024-32. Pursuant to the referred annual budget to this committee, the same was forwarded to the Municipal Budget Office for preliminary review. On November 26, 2024, the office received the review of the Budget Office addressed to the members of the Sangguniang Bayan through this representation, chairperson of the committee. Item, Annual Budget for Fiscal Year 2025 of Sangguniang Kabataan o Barangay Bambad. Findings, as per preliminary review, the aforementioned Sangguniang Kabataan budget reveals substantial compliance with Republic Act 7160 and its implementing rules and regulations, subject to the following conditions as follows. Number 1, the Sangguniang Kabataan Council shall see to it that the programs, projects, and activities included in the annual budget are consistent with the approved annual Barangay Youth Investment Program. Number 2, the amount allocated for personal services intended for honorarium of SK officials shall not be more than 25% of the SK funds. Number 3, the Sangguniang Kabataan may set aside an amount for the mandatory and continuing training of the SK to complement the training fund provided under Section 29 of the Sangguniang Kabataan Reform Act of 2015. The total amount appropriated for training shall not be more than 15% of the SK fund. It is recommended, Mr. Chair, that appropriation ordinance of the aforesaid annual budget be declared operative in its entirety effective January 1, 2025. Further, it is understood that this review action does not authorize any item of appropriation that is specifically prohibited by or inconsistent with the provisions of law. Finally, in the implementation of this annual budget, compliance with all existing accounting, auditing, and other administrative rules and regulations shall properly be observed, and the same shall be the responsibility of the concerned implementing barangay unit and Sangguniang Kabataan officials. Recommendation, wherefore premises considered, the committee hereby recommends for the passing of resolution declaring the annual budget for fiscal year 2025 of the Sangguniang Kabataan ng Barangay Bambad involving a total appropriation of 71,237 pesos and 75 centavos, operative in its entirety, effective January 1, 2025. We further recommend, Mr. Chair, that this matter be deliberated for second reading in today's session.
Okay,
Respectfully
so
submitted by the Committee on Finance, the Committee Chairperson, yours truly, Committee Vice Chairperson, Honorable Moises Dular, and Committee Secretary, Honorable Engineer Marvin L. Dalanon.
okay, so any comment from the members? There being none, Honorable Apiado, please
Mr.
proceed.
Chair, I move for the adoption of our committee report.
Okay, so this committee report of the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriation is hereby adopted, and the measure recommended be calendared for second reading this session.
So next committee to report is the Committee on Zoning, Public
Chair.
Works, and
I still have one committee report for the Committee on Finance.
Another item, yes. Please proceed, Honorable Apiado.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Committee report number 2024-33 of the Committee on Finance. Pursuant to the referred matter to this committee, the committee dispensed with the holding of the committee hearing, considering that the same could be addressed without need such of a proceeding. Item, Resolution number 032-2024 of Barangay de Lutilla, enacting Barangay Ordinance number 2, Series of 2024, entitled An Ordinance Revising the Revenue Code of Barangay de Lutilla, ISULAN, SULTAN, KUDARAT. Facts. Submitted for review of the Sanggunian is Resolution number 0332 of -2024 of Barangay de Lutilla, enacting Barangay Ordinance number 002, Series of 2024, entitled An Ordinance Revising the Revenue Code of Barangay de Lutilla, ISULAN, SULTAN, KUDARAT. The same was received by this office last October 16, 2024. It was calendared under first reading on the 21st day of October 2024, regular session of the Sanggunian, and subsequently referred to this committee for appropriate action. Considering with the hectic schedule of the committee in focusing on equally urgent referrals and attending official travels, Mr. Chair, the omission to take action of the committee is of this matter was unfortunately inevitable. It is the humble submission of this committee that the revised revenue code of Barangay de Lutilla has already lapsed into law. This finds support in Section 57B, Chapter 3, Title 2, Book 1 of RA 7160, or the Local Government Code of 1991 as amended. To wit, Section 57, Review of Barangay Ordinances by the Sangguniang Bayan, Sangguniang Panglungsod.
Okay, stop. Okay.
If the Sangguniang Bayan fails to take action on barangay ordinances within 30 days from receipt thereof, the same shall be deemed approved. Moreover, the referral contains a directive which provides that the committee is requested to act on the matter and schedule the committee report within the period of 30 days from the receipt of the referral per Section 31 of the Sangguniang Bayan Internal Rules and Regulation. Internal Rules of Procedures, Mr. Chair. Consequently, counting from the date of the referral, which was October 21, 2024, up to this date, more than 30 days have already lapsed, and said barangay resolution ordinance was still not acted upon. Thus, the provision of the aforequoted law shall strictly apply. While it is clear that the same has lapsed into law, it is understood, however, that the said ordinance must comply with existing laws, rules, and regulations as per Article 219 of the Implementing Rules and Regulations of RA 7160 provides, Article 219, Fundamental Principles. The following fundamental principles shall govern the taxing power and other revenue-raising powers of LGUs. A. Taxation shall be uniform in each LGU. The uniformity is only required within the territorial jurisdiction of a province, a city, a municipality, or a barangay. B. Taxes, fees, charges, or other impositions shall 1. Be equitable and based, as far as practicable, on taxpayers' ability to pay. Number 2. Be levied and collected only for public purposes. 3. not be unjust, excessive, oppressive, or confiscatory. Number 4, not be contrary to law, public policy, national economic policy, or restraint of trade. C, collection of local taxes, fees, charges, or other impositions shall in no case be let to any private person. D, the revenue collected pursuant to the provisions of this rule shall inure solely to the benefit of and subject to disposition by the LGU levying the tax, fee, charge, or other imposition unless otherwise specifically provided in these rules. And E, each LGU shall, as far as practicable, evolve a progressive system of taxation. It is understood, however, Mr. Chair, that the barangay shall comply with other requirements prior to the enforcement of the provisions of the said ordinance, such as its posting in conspicuous places. Further, it must be made clear that despite having lapsed into law, it does not give the barangay government of Barangay Dilutilia blanket authority to implement provisions of the ordinance that are contrary to existing laws, rules, and ordinances. Regardless of the revised revenue code of Barangay Dilutilia having lapsed into law, this committee, after a careful perusal and review of the said barangay ordinance, has found it to be in order. Recommendation: wherefore premises considered, this committee hereby recommends passing a resolution declaring resolution number 032-2024 of Barangay Dilutilia, enacting Barangay Ordinance number 002, series of 2024, entitled An Ordinance Revising the Revenue Code of Barangay Dilutilia, ISULAN Sultan Kudarat, valid subject to compliance of existing laws, rules, and regulations of Republic Act 7160. Respectfully submitted, Committee Chairperson, yours truly, Committee Vice Chairperson, Honorable Moises Dolar, and Committee Secretary, Honorable Engineer Marvin L. Dalanon. That would be all for the second committee report of the Committee on Finance, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so despite your findings that the referral or the review of this ordinance in effect lapse into law, still the committee recommends to pass a resolution declaring it as valid and compliant with existing rules and regulation. Okay, any comment on the committee report? There being none, please move for the adoption. Honorable Apiado.
Mr. Chair, I move for the adoption of our committee report number 2024-33.
Okay, so the committee report of the Committee on Finance, Budget, Appropriation, and Ways and Means, committee report number 2024-33 is hereby adopted, and the measure be calendared for second reading this session.
Next committee to report is the Committee on Zoning, Public Works, and Land Use, Housing.
Okay, so the chairman is recognized. Honorable Marvin Dalanon.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Subject, committee report on the Committee on Zoning, Public Works, Land Use, Housing. Committee report number 2024-8. Pursuant to the referred matter to this committee, committee hearings were conducted on November 18, 2024, 1:35 in the afternoon, and November 25, 2024 at 12:05 noon, held in the Sangguniang Bayan Session Hall, ISULAN Sultan Kudarat. Invited during the said hearing were Engineering Assistant John Moniz L. Langayin, CE, the Municipal Engineer Dandy A. Loyola, REE, CE, the Project Manager of Relay Construction, Engineer Cesar Villa Gomesa, and Municipal Mayor, and the Municipal Vice Mayor, and the members comprising this committee. Items: endorsement letter received from the Office of the Mayor, forwarded to Raquel E. Sumblingo, Secretary to the SB. The letter from Relay Construction and Supply regarding official reply letter of Engineer Adimar Pama, structural engineer for the construction of municipal building of ISULAN. Number 2, field monitoring report of the Regional Project Monitoring Committee, RPMC, Regional Development Council 12, relative to the construction of the 4-story municipal hall building of the municipality of ISULAN. Discussions. On November 18, 2024, committee hearing, the committee chairperson presented the letter dated October 16, 2024 from the Relay Construction and Supply, duly signed by Engineer Adimar Pama, structural engineer. For clarity, the letter is hereby restated as follows. Address to the Honorable Attorney Arnold H. Armada, Acting Municipal Mayor, Municipality of Isulan, Province of Sultan Kudarat. Dear Honorable Attorney Armada, in response to the request from the Regional Project Monitoring Committee, RPMC, led by the NEDA Region 12 Office, regarding the construction of the municipal building, we address the following inquiries from the committee. Clarification on the issues raised concerning grade beams, assessment and evaluation of the installed grade beams, certification of the project structural soundness. On June 3, 2024, we sent a letter to the Sangguniang Bayan of Isulan addressing similar concerns, providing clarifications and assurances about the project's structural integrity. A copy of this letter is attached for reference. During the discussions about the grade beams, joint inspection teams from various LGU offices, including representatives from NEDA RPMC Region 12, conducted site inspections and evaluations. Following these inspections, we held a conclusion conference at the NEDA office in Tacorong City for further in-depth discussions, evaluations, and recommendations, resulting in this compliance letter. In summary, as the structural engineer designer of the project, I have thoroughly evaluated and raised structural issues The provisions of the grade beams and supplemental retrofitting to certain footings have been executed in accordance with the standard engineering practices. There may be some issues observed which are common in construction projects. However, these are rectifiable and have been addressed with Relay engineers for the necessary corrections. I hereby guarantee and affirm the structural soundness and integrity of the project. Signed, Adimar C. Pama, Master Engineering, MASEP, FPIC, Civil Structural Engineer. With the foregoing, the committee chairperson asks if there is a letter of request to lift Resolution Number 2024-59 ISB of the Sangguniang Bayan entitled Resolution Forwarding to the Office of the Municipal Mayor the findings and recommendations of the Committee on Zoning, Public Works, and Land Use Housing by virtue of the Committee Report Number 2024-04 relevant to the construction of the new municipal building of the Municipality of Isulan. He also solicited opinion as to what legislative measure they are going to make in response to the letter. As per Resolution Number 2024-59 ISB, the following recommendations of the Committee on Zoning, Public Works, Land Use, Housing as provided for under Committee Report Number 2024-04 relevant to the project construction of the new municipal hall building of the Municipality of Isulan were specified and restated as follows. Letter A, suspend all variation retrofitting works introduced by the contractor until the said variation or retrofitting works is duly confirmed by at least two competent third party like Philippine Institute of Civil Engineers, Association of Structural Engineers of the Philippines, DPWH, or a private company who has the experience similar to the said structural deficiency investigated. Letter B, the LGU must hire a qualified independent third party to investigate the structural soundness of the structural design and constructed new municipal hall buildings, load-bearing components including ground condition and subsurface structures. Letter C, verify the qualifications of the assigned technical personnel of the contractor, including but not limited to the welder, if he or she has a TESDA national certificate. The welder has a big role in this project. The LGU must assign or hire qualified technical personnel to be the project management team for the construction of the new municipal hall building or hire a qualified consultancy company to supervise the construction. The Vice Mayor Honorable Armada opined that the resolution of the Sangguniang Bayan is to hold in abeyance and conduct of investigation. The matter was referred to the RPMC and the recommendation is to let Engineer Pama explain on the matter so that the Sangguniang Bayan will remove Resolution number 2024-59 ISB. I will state again this last paragraph. The Vice Mayor, Honorable Armada, opined that the resolution of the Sangguniang Bayan is to hold in abeyance and conduct of investigation. The matter was referred to the RPMC and their recommendation is to let Engineer Pama explain on the matter until there lang. The committee chairman informed that the action taken by the RPMC was read in the letter. The recommendation of the RPMC 12 was supported by the Regional Development Council 12 as per RDC Resolution number 222 series of 2024 as follows. Instruct the contractor to resubmit the request. I-delete na lang, ma'am. To explain the matter lang. Oo, until the matter. The committee chairman informed that the action taken by the PMC was read in the letter. The recommendation of the RPMC 12 was supported by the Regional Development Council 12 as per RDC Resolution number 222 series of 2024 as follows. Instruct the contractor to resubmit the request for variation order to local government unit of ISULAN for joint evaluation of the Municipal Engineering Office, Inspectorate Team, and the Local Project Monitoring Committee. And number 2, consider inviting Engineer Adimar Pama, the structural engineer of the contractor, as resource person before the Sangguniang Bayan to clarify the technical aspects and modifications introduced to the project relative to the SP Resolution number 2024-59 ISB. However, the RPMC 12 recommended action to be done by the LGU did not mention to lift the recommendation of the SB as per Resolution number 2024-59 ISB. Letter B, on November 25, 2024 committee hearing, Honorable Moises Dolar suggested the need for the LGU to comply all the recommendations as provided for under Resolution number 2024-59 ISB. According to Honorable Dolar, this is indispensable in order not to have a biased decision and to ensure safety and integrity of the new municipal hall building. A recommendation, after due discussions ensued in view of the foregoing, the committee decided not to lift Resolution number 2024-59 ISB and that the LGU will implement all the recommendations of the committee as per Resolution number 2024-59 ISB and the RPMC recommendation. Respectfully submitted by the Committee on Zoning, Public Works and Land Use, Housing, Committee Chairperson, yours truly, Committee Vice Chairperson, Honorable Maria Ginalin N. Mejia, and Committee Secretary Honorable Moises L. Dolar.
Any comment on the report of the Committee on Zoning, Public Works and Land Use?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Honorable Apiado.
I just wanted to be clarified as regard the recommendation of the committee. With the listed recommendations of the committee addressed to the LCE, di indeed to na ang na-comply. I note, as per resolution, as per committee report, as per committee report of the committee dated, committee report number 04, tama ba to? No. A resolution.
Mr. Chair, I can answer that.
Yes, Honorable Dalanan.
I think these four recommendations by the committee with the resolution number 2024-59, any of these recommendation has not yet been done.
Recommendation,
Only the part of recommendation A, which suspend all variation of or retrofitting works introduced by the contractor. But the investigation to be done by at least two competent third party is not yet done. And the three recommendation for the letter B, C, and D has not yet been done.
And moreover, Mr. Chair, the last time when we invited the engineers from Relay Construction, it was mentioned that the 2-meter elevation was not originally introduced in the original plan. But as per mentioned by the Chairperson Committee on Infrastructure, it is included in the original plan.
Yes, the plan we have in the office, this 2-meter elevation, added elevation from the original ground for the first floor elevation, first finished floor line is already included in the original plan or the plan given to us, because there is no new plan as of this moment presented to the Sangguniang Bayan.
And as per statement from Relay Construction, Mr. Chair, I don't know if my memory serves me right, nagdugang kita sang grade beam because for them may ara sang additional 2-meter elevation.
Yes, Mr. Chair, that is the reason of the Engineer Pama itself, that this grade beam is needed because there is an additional at least 1.4 meter height in the finished floor line of the first floor. But actually, when we check the plan and presented to us, there is already that 2 meters height for the first floor line.
And if that's the case, Mr. Chair, the grade beam supposedly must be included in the original plan. Because originally, the original plan has a 2-meter elevation already. Has
Yes, yes, Mr. Chair. Originally, the grade beam is already included in the original plan. But there is no grade beam in the original plan.
follow-up question, Mr. Chair. As regard the third party, Mr. Chair, to assist and guide the LGU in its decision, may we hear the comment from the committee? Since we are asking for a third party to assist the LGU in its decision making.
Actually, Mr. Chair, we have already requested the PICE national leadership, but they recommended that we will try the DPWH district office, and after that we have also tried the DPWH district office, and they have also requested the regional office and the regional office of the DPWH 12 actually did not accept this request, and we also request the Notre Dame of Marbella University to also be the one to conduct this third-party investigation, but they have also declined. And I think the only office we have not yet requested is the national office of the DPWH, and the other engineering universities here in Mindanao, and also a private company.
Engineer, Honorable Dalanon, no? Okay. So what is on our screen are the recommendations of our previous or original resolution. Okay. So okay, the first is to suspend. Until the said variation or retrofitting works is duly confirmed by at least two competent third party. Okay. So, and the LGU must hire a qualified independent third party to investigate the structural soundness. Okay. Okay, and verify the qualification. Okay. What's the idea? What's the reason, Engineer Marvin, for us to hire independent structural or engineers to determine the structural soundness of the structural design of the new municipal buildings, no? Ito damo man ta engineer na diri. In our engineering office do pila ka bilog ang engineer ta dira. We can also no siguro representative from the DPWH, the Provincial Engineering of Sultan Kudarat. Kay kung mangita ita sining independent third party to investigate, do natisingan ta do budlay pangitaon. What's your idea to that, Honorable Dalanon?
Maybe we can also with the LCE, because this resolution is already being submitted to the LCE. But if we check this letter B, the LGU must hire a qualified independent third party to investigate the structural soundness of the structural design. This qualified independent third party shall be a structural engineer or the Master in Civil Engineering, Master of Science in Civil Engineering qualification. Because if it is only a civil engineer, not a Master in Civil Engineering, this qualified independent party to investigate the structural soundness will not be addressed.
Kung magsilingit ang third party, meaning third party aside from us and the contractor.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
May land bank pa. Yes, Honorable
Mr. Chair, we actually
Garrido.
have an item under the Office of the Mayor for consultancy services.
Oo, we have and it is, or there is an appropriation for that.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oo.
Pero the question is to whether or not the mayor would be amenable to our
Yes.
recommendation to really hire it.
Kung
Oh, yes, Mr. Chair. So, Pero actually, on the part of the Sangguniang Bayan, if we only have also a similar item, like for consultancy, we could also actually utilize it
Pwede tani.
as part of our oversight functions. But apparently, Mr. Chair, hiring a structural engineer for this purpose will really cost a lot of money. Just for the signing lang of an ordinary building, about 250 na siya, minimum. Simple lang sabi ko. Simple. So our building is 4 stories, very large, complex structure. So siguro, we will ask Sir Dalanon to estimate the cost.
Sang consultant? Sang consultant? Consultant only?
No, the third party.
Oh,
At
yan,
least,
ganyan.
at least
Kung
maybe
Kung
700,
ta third party,
700 to 900,000, more or less. Because the requirement, you can see this one, investigate the structural soundness of the structural design, no? The design itself, meaning these papers presented by the structural engineer, and the constructed new municipal hall buildings, load-bearing components, including ground condition and subsurface structures. These subsurface structures are already been embanked. May tabon na siya. Meaning, mag-excavate pa sila ulit to check the existing structure.
I have a follow-up question.
yes, Honorable.
Actually, Mr. Chair, when we conduct inspections in construction projects, especially if it is attached to a loan, the bank also sends engineers to verify. So I would just like to know if civil engineers din po ba ang pinapadala ng land bank?
Actually, civil engineers or other engineers relevant to the subject. If it is on the civil works, it will be a civil engineer. For the electrical works, maybe for the electrical engineer also, and other professionals. But a civil engineer is maybe lower in qualification than the structural engineer. That's why we really need structural engineer, because the one who make the design is also a structural engineer, and we need the same qualification. Kaya kung hindi siya same qualification, maybe it is a very big bias also for the designer.
And Mr. Chair may also add that with respect to the bank, their engineers will not actually check the structural strength. Parang they just check the plan versus the accomplishment as to the releasing lang of the succeeding loan tranches.
That's why, though pagkabalo ko man, ang land bank, posible may engineer sila ginapakadto sa site, pero ang main purpose nila to ang pila ka percent ang accomplishment nga para i-determine nila kung pilang amount nga i-release nila. Not really on the soundness ang structure nga napatindog do shall we say amo na, no? Kung syempre kada mga committee hearings kung pamatian ko to si Engineer Pama, syempre do may time man nga do ma-side ka man sa iya, no? Pero as a layman man niya, do hindi man madula sa isip mo nga meaning ang basic nga explanation na bidigto atong bakal wala na connect dito sa bakal nga daan nga gin daw support sang structure sa poste, gituslok lang siya kag pasok dito. Ang additional explanation is gimbutangan to sang epoxy nga kuno good as ano to ang term nila, Daw good as brand new kung sa ano pa. Ay, but I have also attended a committee hearing nga ara tong structural engineers from Marbel, may mga engineers from SKSU. Medyo negative ang ila comment naman. Ah, pero si Engineer Pama is though ano to siya, president sa Structural Engineer Association. Practically we take his word on the matter. Pero do hindi giman madulang doubt mo sa isip mo kung gaano gid ka sound ang building. Ano? Mm. So ang recommendation ta is to stick with our previous resolution, which is to hire a third party. Okay. Pero based on this resolution, depende na sa LCE kung she will adopt our resolution or not. Kaya siya, as the local chief executive, will also exercise ang iya judgment on the matter, ang iya decision. Siyempre, ma-decide man siya based on this situation. But on the part of the SB, we stick on our resolution.
Mr. Chair.
Dada lang. So we say, Honorable Dalanon, your recommendation is to stick or to stay with our resolution. But you think it, shall we say, Engineer Dalanon, to what if the committee will recommend that we will pass another resolution reiterating these recommendations so that the local executive also will have the chance to go over this resolution. We'll see if he will sign this resolution or he will or she will veto this, or what do you think?
I think it's better another. I will just reiterate. The RPMC itself did not recommend to lift that resolution. There is only 2 recommendations from the RPMC itself.
Can you flash the recommendation of the RPMC? Kaysa madumduman kong recommendation ng RPMC, gin-require niya Engineer Pama to appear in the SB to explain. That's why ang RPMC resolution.
Mr. Chairman,
Honorable Apiado.
as regard the recommendation of the RPMC item A, was there a joint evaluation conducted by the Municipal Engineering Office, the Inspectorate Team, and the Local Project Committee to inspect or re-evaluate the submitted variation order from Relay Construction?
Please, pardon.
I mean, item
As
A,
far as I can remember, Honorable Apiado, there is that inspectorate team who recommended, or the team recommended to the Honorable Mayor to extend the period or to give an extension to the contract. Okay? And after that, I assume as acting mayor on April 2024. So that's why I referred the matter to the RPMC. Okay? So my idea then is to seek opinion from higher authorities. So we have this recommendation of the RPMC. Kung ang question mo nga nag-joint inspection ang inspectorate, ano to? Engineering,
Wala, Mr. Chair, wala.
though wala, I don't know lang. I'm not in the position to say kung natabo na siya or wala.
Yes, Mr. Chair, because as per recommendation from RPMC, item A is for the contractor to resubmit the request for variation order and for the conduct of joint evaluation.
To conduct the joint evaluation, okay. Regarding that, wala kay ang pag-discuss namon sa to sa RPMC with the presence ng aton nga mga with relay nagagwa abi nga atong grade beam amo tong gi-question ko man digto paano siya i-classify kay ti wala sa original contract. Can they call that as a variation? So, syempre, ang definition man sa variation, anything wala sa original, just correct me, Honorable Dalanon, kung anything wala dito sa original contract, iti, syempre, variation siya. Iti, nag-vary siya.
Yes, Mr.
Is
Chair.
that correct, Honorable Dalanon?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oo,
And,
yan.
and besides, there is always an approval before the conduct of that variation.
That's why I asked our municipal engineer, ang relay, kung may previous approval nga ibutang nila tong grade beam nga wala sa plano. So nagwa nga wala. So that's why ang RPMC nag-recommend nga ano to? Ay, pakibalikan na ito. Ano to? Ay, ari ang tamang recommendation. From RPMC ni. For the contractor, for the LGU. Ay nga, sorry. Rin mo na nanad na ko ito balik dobi. ISULAN to consider to provide clarity. That's why naka-state din for the contractor to submit the request for variation order. Masubmit pa siya request for variation para ma-approve. Kaya nagagawa dito, wala siya approval sa iya nga variation. Pero, giumpisahan niya na implement ang iya nga variation. Na mo nang tabo. Yes,
Mr. Chair, if we stick to the statement of the Chairman, Committee on Infrastructure, nga ang grade beam supposedly ara sa original plan, then hindi siya sang variation.
Hindi, wala siya ang grade beam wala sa original plan.
Yes, Mr. Chair, kaya
Oo.
the 2-meter elevation, ara man sa original plan.
Ara sa original plan.
And based sa 2-meter elevation, there must have a grade beam. Di ba mo na siya?
There must have a grade beam, pero wala siya sa original plan ang grade beam.
Supposedly, ara na
Oo.
siya sa original plan. Kaya may elevation naman siya nga daang nga 2 meters. So,
Wala siya sa plano. Ako lang ni opinion, kung may defect, digto pa lang pag-obra sang plano, may diferensya na. Kay why nabutang tong grade beam.
That's why,
Kaya lang, any defect on the plan, siyempre, design and build man ang responsibility man niya isang contractor nga mag-design. Kung may
And-
defect ang iya pag-design,
and also, Mr. Chair, that's why we request in our recommendation is to check the design itself.
ang design niya nga gimpasa.
One of the recommendation there is to sa letter B, to investigate the structural soundness of the structural design itself and the building nga na tindog na.
Sige. So,
and moreover, Mr. Chair, during the presence of the engineers from Relay Construction, ang question dito, paano nagsulod atong kabilya sa poste unless i-cut mo siya as per statement by Honorable Marvin Dalanon.
Oo.
Madasok mo siya sa saktong ano na? Sa
Nga,
anong
sa saktong depth niya.
depth, sa saktong
Oo.
depth. Matabo sa to, sakto sa pihak nga side, hindi. And there was an addition also.
Yes.
Kailangan i-atras mo para
That's why, if Mr. Chair, if you can remember, during that time na ari si Engineer Pama, I requested him to check the construction method being used by his team because he also given two option how to install the rebars. And the option is by dowel method or only a small enough rebar in the column both side before adding the whole length this long rebar. And the second option is to cut the long rebar at the center or anywhere that is not detrimental to the strength of the rebar during splicing. There is only two option he has given. That's why I tell him, please check your construction method on site because of the two method you have said there is no such method in the actual.
Construction
Actually, the best method, Mr. Chair, is to cut the long rebar and use the splicing method with thread because there is a method, but I am not sure if for the tension member, if that splicing with thread is allowed.
Sige. So, any more question on the committee report? If there is none, then will you make the motion, Honorable Dalanon?
Mr. Chair, I move for the approval and adoption of Committee Report Number 2024-8 of the Committee on Zoning, Public Works, Land Use, and Housing, and for the reiterating of the resolution number 24-59 ISB.
Okay. So, the committee report is hereby adopted and the measure requested, the resolution reiterating resolution so and so be calendared for second reading this session. So we are on committee report, Madam Secretary. The committee on zoning is done. Then we'll go to the next committee to report.
So I think we have already exhausted our committee reports, Mr. Presiding Officer. We will proceed now to the calendar of business under second reading. So first is a resolution for authorizing the municipal mayor to enter into and sign a memorandum of agreement with the Medallia Drug Testing Center.
Honorable Moises Dular, the Chairman Committee on Health is recognized.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Good morning to each and everyone. So, for the second reading, I move for a resolution agreement between memorandum of agreement between the municipal government of ISULAN, represented by Honorable Martis Palasigi, and Medallia Drug Testing Center for memorandum of agreement. Itong request to natin
Conduct of drug testing.
for conduct of drug testing in the LGU of ISULAN.
Okay, so the resolution authorizing the Honorable Local Chief Executive to enter into a memorandum of agreement with Medallia Drug Testing Center for the conduct of the drug test for all employees and officials for the municipality of Isulan is hereby approved.
Next is a resolution for requesting the municipal engineer for the quality of the project.
Atong
For the Aztec survey.
That was already referred to the committee. For committee, ano na siya? Hearing. We go to the matters reported by the Committee on Finance.
So, another resolution for the approval of the barangay budget of Bambad.
Okay, so Honorable Apiado, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I move for a resolution declaring the annual budget for fiscal year 2025 of the Sangguniang Kabataan o Barangay Bambad, involving a total appropriation of 971,237 pesos and 75 centavos, operative in its entirety, effective January 1, 2025.
Second.
Okay, so the annual budget for fiscal year 2025 of the Sangguniang Kabataan o Barangay Bambad in the total sum of 971,237, operative in its entirety, effective January 1, 2025.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Honorable Apiado.
I move for a resolution, passing of a resolution declaring resolution number 032-2024 o Barangay de Lutilla, enacting Barangay Ordinance number 002 series of 2024, entitled An Ordinance Revising the Revenue Code of Barangay de Lutilla, ISULAN Sultan KUDARAT, valid, subject to compliance of all existing laws, rules, and regulations of Republic Act 7160.
Okay, so the resolution declaring resolution number 032-2024 of Barangay de Lutilla, enacting Barangay Ordinance number 002 entitled An Ordinance Revising the Revenue Code of Barangay de Lutilla, valid, subject to compliance of existing laws, rules, and regulations of RA 7160.
Next is a resolution reiterating SB Resolution number 2024-59 of the Sangguniang Bayan.
So, Honorable Dalanon, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, I move for the passing of a resolution reiterating the resolution number 2024-59 ISB of the Sangguniang Bayan, entitled Resolution Forwarding to the Office of the Municipal Mayor the findings and recommendations of the Committee on Zoning, Public Works, and Land Use Housing by virtue of the Committee Report number 2024-04, relevant to the construction of the new municipal building of the municipality of Isulan.
Okay, so there being no objection, the resolution reiterating resolution number 2024-59 ISB containing the enumerated recommendation is hereby approved.
We have already exhausted items under second reading. We will proceed now to the no item for third reading. So we will now proceed to the unassigned business.
Okay, unassigned business. I think we have no items on assigned business, Madam Sec. Let's proceed to other matters. Okay. So, any uh, other matters? Uh, okay pa lang siya, no? Honorable Blight, what was the action of your committee with regards to the appointment of our supposed administrator, Mr. Andruel Palasige?
We were not able to conduct a committee hearing yet, Mr. Chair, because we could not muster a quorum, considering that two of the members of the Committee on Laws are on travel. And today is the last day
I thought
of...
it's Committee on Good Government.
sorry,
Huh?
Committee on Good Government, rather, Mr. Chair. Sorry.
Your members are
Sir Apiado and Ma'am Lama. According to the civil service, they would at least appreciate advance invitation for the committee hearing so that they could schedule it, because their office is really loaded with work. So they were requesting for at least 3 days notice. But apparently last week, we were not able to have it scheduled because Sir Apiado went on a night trip. And this week he will also be out together with Ma'am Dar, so I could also not hold it.
Okay. When are you leaving, Honorable Apiado?
I just arrived last night, Mr. Chair, from my official travel last week.
Okay. So you have no schedule this week?
This week I don't have a schedule.
Yeah.
Okay.
Supposedly I have a PCL schedule, but I opt not to attend the PCL. I have some important matters to attend to, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So that's a...
Sir Don, may we schedule it within the week? Thursday
Oo.
morning is okay.
Okay. So, off the record, mas namin man ano ganito tawag ta sa hub ta? Ano to? Rainbow. Ay, ano to? Ang rainbow, gali ang grupo to. Ang,
It's IV Treatment Hub Facility.
pero daw hindi mo nang name ta. Kaya medyo...
Do may rainbow, ano to
may
daw to?
pangalan ta na. Kaya daw medyo...
Dog is shorten siya.
Do vulgar kayo ko ang bala mo HIV. Ano? Something... di maano siya. Nang daw ma...
Red ribbon ata ato?
Daw,
Red
ay,
ribbon.
red ribbon. Zero.
Ah.
Rainbow. Treatment. Okay. And our secretary prepared our lunch for us. Okay, so session adjourned.